room tour. So I've been here a couple times, but I've never had a room like this. So this is a view from the front door. We got like a whole nice sectional couch, TV. Oh yeah, what's in here? Got a fridge and a selfie mirror, the bathroom, palm tree. Another TV. Wow, I have 2 TVs in here. And then a nice king size bed. So probably unpopular opinion, but myself, I prefer one bed and it to be a king rather than having 2 queen or 2 full-size beds. I don't need the extra bed. I just want one big bed and I'm happy. So I really like that I have the one bed. It's perfect. So I'm gonna get settled in and talk to you in a bit. Okay, I'm just gonna talk while I make my dinner. I'm so hungry. So today went really, really good. The crew is awesome, which is amazing. I've flown with the captain before. The FO is super hilarious. Like, I'm pretty sure he's a comedian for his second job. And then my other flight attendant, she's like amazing and cute and fun, and she just is so much fun. So this is day 1 of a 4-day. We started in Phoenix, went to Santa Rosa, and came back, had a little bit of a sit, and then now we're in Palm Springs. Okay. So yeah. Today went really, really good. What do I need? I don't know. Okay. All of our flights were like, the fullest flight that we had today was to Palm Springs, and that was only like 47 people. So that was really, really awesome. And I don't know if I don't think I have, but the planes that I fly on mostly is called a CRJ 700. The most passengers we can fit on a plane is 65. So 47 out of 65, that's pretty good. Oh my God. And then coming here, we had 5 wheelchairs and an aisle chair. Oh my goodness. But then when everybody got off the plane, there was only 2 people who needed a wheelchair, so that was kind of funny. It's called a Jet Bridge Jesus, apparently. They need to get on, but once they get to their destination, all of a sudden they found Jesus and they don't need a wheelchair anymore. So, but the flights were really smooth today. It was pretty awesome. So, what time is it? What else to say? When we got to the hotel, well, when we got to the airport and we were waiting for the shuttle, there was already like 2 other crews from another airline getting on the shuttle. So there was like only 2 seats. So me and the captain was like, oh, you and the other flight attendant can get on, and we're like, no, we'll just stay with you guys. Like, I'd rather wait and be comfortable on a shuttle than be like squished together with, you know, people we don't even really know. So it's all good. So we finally got to the hotel. I think we landed at 9:15. It's like 5 minutes to 11 right now. So I have been in my room for a little bit, but like, that just goes to tell you how long everything took. Like, getting the aisle chair off took a really long time. It's always a ordeal when you have an aisle chair on an aircraft. It's a lot. So that took a while. Then waiting for the shuttle to come back and get us took a little bit of time. But we're finally here, and we have a 17-hour layover, so that's really, really nice. Nice long layover in Palm Springs. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I think me and the other flight attendant are probably gonna go get breakfast in the morning. That sounds nice. And then what I'm making is, I make this like chicken, and I put this like Greek seasoning on it, cucumber, onion and feta and olives. I love these olives, they're so good. And what's good about this is, one, it's delicious. Two, it's so easy to meal prep because it takes like no time at all. And three, I don't need a microwave to heat it up because here at this hotel, there's no microwaves in the room. You have to, they have one on every floor. But oh my God, my room is so far from the elevators and the microwave. And I had to go get ice and like, it took me like 5 minutes to get there. Just kidding, it doesn't take that long. But this hotel is pretty big, so it was a little bit of a walk. So yeah, that's nice. I don't have to heat it up in the microwave, like it's just ready to go. I just pack everything separately and put it all together once I'm in my room. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Like it was a really easy day. Cruise good. What time? I got started at, like, our check-in was at 12:45 p.m. and we ended at 9:15. This trip should be, if everything goes how it's supposed to, really easy. And it's day 1 of 4, so starting out really good. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat and see you later. Good morning. Man, I'm so sleepy. It's 7 o'clock. So I got some good sleep last night. Oh man, I'm so happy I was able to pass out. I've been having such a hard time getting to sleep on my layovers. But let's see if you can see the view. The window's kind of dirty, but I know it's called Palm Springs, but I'm always so blown away by how many palm trees there are here. And the sun is just up and shining. Whew. Oh, that sun is like right in my eyes. Let me just close these a little bit. Whew. It's like, and it's warm too. Like you can feel that heat of that sun. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's fine. So yeah, let's see. Yep, it's about 7:25, so I think what I'm gonna do is start getting ready. I'm not really sure when the other flight attendant wanted to go have breakfast. I think she said something like 8 or 10. So I'm just gonna start getting ready just to do that, just so I'm ready to go. And then yeah, we'll see what happens for the rest of the day. We don't leave here today until I think, let me check that. Okay. We don't leave here today until 2:15. So we got like the whole day. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm all ready. It's about 9:35 and we plan to meet up at 10 o'clock. So I got ready. This is what I'm wearing today. Just gotta put my shoes on. And we're gonna go get breakfast and see what else we can get into around Palm Springs. Like I said before, we leave at 2:15 today, so we got plenty of time to do something. So yeah, let's see what we can get into. got back from going to breakfast and then walking around a little bit in Palm Springs because they have that like wings and then the huge Marilyn Monroe statue you'll see. And oh my god, I don't know. I am like drenched in sweat. Like this is like not no natural, this is a natural shine. Yes, it's sweat. I don't know if you guys could tell. Holy crap. Oh my god, my face is so shiny. It's 105 outside and I'm walking around like I had my hair down earlier. No way. I'm sorry. That was definitely coming up. So yeah, now I'm back in my room. I think I have like a couple hours before I have to, well, I have like probably an hour before I have to start getting ready, and I'm definitely gonna take a shower and do all that stuff again just to get freshened up. I had to wash my uniform shirt because it was so bad. Like I sweated so bad yesterday. Oh my god. If you're a flight attendant, please tell me in the comments if you sweat really bad in your uniform, because I was dying yesterday. I was like, I have to wear this shirt at least one more time. So I don't know, I just used body wash and did like a sink bath for it, so that, but it feels dry, so it's good. I like forgot that I had to do that last night, so I did that this morning at like 8, so that should be dry by the time I have to get ready. Oh my god. So I'm just gonna cool off, drink some water, and relax until I have to start getting ready for work. I love the artwork they have in this hotel. Oh my god, do I have some catching up to do. That's currently day 3 of my 4-day trip. It is 5 minutes till 11 p.m. I'm in Grand Junction. I like missed a whole day yesterday of vlogging of any sort. So let me just tell you how yesterday went. Okay, so let's see. We were in Palm Springs, and then we had a deadhead from Palm Springs to Phoenix, and then when we got to Phoenix we had a Yuma turn, and then we were gonna lay over, and then our layover was in Flagstaff. So yesterday was as far as flights and everything, super easy. And then okay, so that's that. So yesterday's flights were super easy. We did our deadhead, and then we had 3 other flights, so altogether we had 4 flights, but all of them were an hour or less yesterday. So, and then we had like 0 sit time, so they were basically all like go go go. So before we get on our deadhead in Palm Springs to Phoenix, the captain was like, oh, I'm going home. And we're like, wait, what are you talking about? And then he's like, yeah, my wife is gonna pick me up in Flagstaff. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, we have a deadhead from Flagstaff back to Phoenix. And I was like, oh my god, that's such a great idea, because we're all based in Phoenix. We all live in Phoenix, like the Phoenix area at least. So a drive from Flagstaff to Phoenix is only about 2.5 hours, depending on exactly where you are in Phoenix. I was like, I wish I would have thought about that. I would have had somebody pick me up. Like, I could have totally did that. But I figured it was too late, so I was like, well, that's awesome for you. So that happened at the beginning of the day. That was before we got on our deadhead to Palm Springs, and then we finished our day. Okay, so then we land in Flagstaff, and the captain, he takes off with his wife. Me, the other flight attendant, and the FO, we get in the van that takes us to the hotel. And the FO starts saying, oh, well, I wanted to like rent a car, but it's closed. And the van driver's like, no, it's not, it's open. They close at 10 p.m. And it was like 9:50, so we had like 10 minutes. So yeah, so Enterprise, he's like, yeah, I wanted to rent a car at Enterprise, but Enterprise is closed. And the van driver's like, no, they're not. And then the FO was like, yeah, there was nobody at the desk. And he's like, oh, they're probably just dropping a car off, like driving a car around or something. And he's like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, they're open till 10. It was 9:50. So he's like, okay. So then we all started scrambling, and then he's like, yeah, because I would love to go home. And I was like, shoot, if we can get a car. And the other flight attendant was like, yeah, like we all want to go home. And we just didn't really have a way. And before, when we thought about it earlier that day, we thought by the time we got into Flagstaff that Enterprise would be closed. So we thought it was just kind of like out of the question. We would just be staying in Flagstaff. Well, it turns out they were open. So the FO, he's like, all right, all I need is my like debit card and my ID, right? And the like, yeah, it was like just like a whole thing. Like we're all going back and forth and everything. So we leave him, we get his phone number, and then the van driver takes us to the hotel, and he's like, if you guys don't get a car, I can take him with the next crew, and then at least you guys will be at the hotel. And if he gets a car, then he can just pick you up from the hotel. We're like, sure, got it. So he got a car. He had to do like some like begging with the guy at the Enterprise, but he got a car, and we were able to drive that 2 hours to Phoenix, and we all got to go home. So this all happened at like 10 o'clock at night. So by the time I got home, it was like 12:30 a.m. But let me tell you, it was worth it, because the hotel we stay at Flagstaff is nice, but if we can just stay in our beds and not have to do a deadhead and just start our day a little bit later, like it was honestly just worth it for me and all of us, because we all decided to go. So we all just split like the rental car and the gas. So that was like, I don't know, it was just like so unexpected, like so like spontaneous, like in the moment. And everything worked out, because the FO was telling us that at first the guy was like, we don't have any cars, and then he's like, well, I have a really small car. And then it was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you this SUV, because it needs to get to the west side anyways, or it needs to get down to Phoenix anyways. So it was just like a big whole thing, and it was awesome. Like the drive was like super quick, like even it didn't even feel like 2 hours. So yeah, so we ended up coming home yesterday, or this morning, I guess technically. And so our day, like, so the way the trip has kind of been like feels like it's going is like I had a 2-day and then like a rest, and then now I'm like on a 2-day instead of like a 4-day. So that was like really fun, a fun like thing that we did, like a fun opportunity for sure. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, so that was that. So a little unexpected turn of events, and we can do that. We can cancel deadheads that the company gives us, even though it's positive space, if we have another way to get to where we need to be to start our day, like where we're actually working a flight, if that makes sense. It's really late. I've been working, I think, like 10 hours today, so if I explain that weird, just let me know in the comments to like clear that up. So that brings me to today. Okay, so we started our day at, I started my day today at, let's say 1:26. That's when we started boarding. We had 3 lakes today. We went from Phoenix to Hermosillo, back to Phoenix, and then we had like about an hour sit, and then we came here to Grand Junction. I don't like Grand Junction. This is the trip to Grand Junction that made me want to bid avoid Grand Junction. It seems like I'm always in Grand Junction. I was talking to the other flight attendant, and she's like, oh, I'm always in Palm Springs. And I'm like, well, that must be nice. I don't know what that's like. I'm always in Grand Junction. If anybody's watching that lives in Grand Junction, I'm so sorry, but I don't personally like it here. It's just not, we have, it's always a minimum rest layover, so there's that. And then yeah, it's not a fun time for me. And we had some very interesting people on our flight, and every time I come into Grand Junction, it's interesting people on the flight. I don't even know if I should say that. It's just honestly not a good time for me in Grand Junction. And we had to sit in Phoenix, so we were already sitting for an hour before we started boarding to Grand Junction. And then it always seems like whenever I go to Grand Junction, there's people connecting into Phoenix to go to Grand Junction, and their planes are always delayed. I think it's just summer travel. I mean, I think this is just happening in the summer. Summer travel just altogether is just not a good time to travel, it seems, because there's so many people traveling, there's so much weather happening, so many cancellations, delays with weather. Maintenance happens any time of the year anyways, but it's just so yeah, we were delayed like an hour actually, because yeah, I think we were delayed an hour because we were waiting for maintenance. Some of the passengers we were taking to Grand Junction were maintenance, and we were waiting on one maintenance guy who got stuck in ticketing for whatever reason. I don't know the whole story, but we were waiting for him to get his ticket, get through security and everything. And from the moment we started boarding until we actually left was probably an hour altogether. So that took like an extra 30 minutes or more for him to finally get on the aircraft so we can go. So that our original show time tomorrow was 7:50, and that pushed us. We got here late, so now our start time or show time tomorrow is 8:15. So that's how like kind of delayed we were. We needed an extra 25 minutes. I think I did the math right. I did it earlier, I'm not sure. I don't even know if any of this is making sense. I'm just really trying to catch up on yesterday and then fill in today, and it's just been this 4-day has felt like I've been working 6 days straight or something. I've been so tired on this trip. This trip has been so exhausting for whatever reason. I have been hot and sweaty this entire trip, which is driving me absolutely insane. I mean, if it wasn't for having such a great crew, I don't know how I would get through this trip, because the crew has really made this trip, not necessarily like the passengers or the places we've gone, except for Palm Springs. That was really awesome. And then I got to like go home, so that was really great. So I don't even know if I should be complaining about anything, but it's really just, I've been really exhausted and just like hot, just like it's so hot in Phoenix right now, and being on the planes, I feel like there hasn't been any air. The air is like not blowing or something. It's just too hot for me. So yeah, I think I have caught up on everything that's happening. So tomorrow is finally go home day, even though I was just home yesterday, but like I'll get 3 days off, and I'm just so looking forward to it. And we start like 15 minutes later tomorrow, but hopefully we'll catch up with time in the air. If we get back a little bit later, that's fine. I think I'm set to be done tomorrow at like 1:30 in the afternoon, so that's nice. So maybe when everything's all said and done, it'll be like maybe around 2 p.m. So that'll still be good. Tomorrow we do Grand Junction to Phoenix, and then we Long Beach turn. And I love Long Beach, is super easy. I love Long Beach. I love going to Long Beach. So that'll be a nice, easy flight. Hopefully, I'll just knock on some wood. Okay, well, I am so tired. I need to figure out if I'm just gonna wash my face and brush my teeth tonight or take a shower. I don't know yet. I definitely need to eat something, but I really needed to like catch up with my days, because it was kind of an unexpected turn of events. And then this last flight was kind of eventful. I don't want to really get too much into it. It's just like, I don't want to come to Grand Junction anymore. Okay, so I'll talk more in the morning. Hopefully, I don't know yet.